you have to read attentively in the statements that who is intelligent makes.
We see a lot of brands that are coming up now with campaign of mycelium material by the end of the year or beginning of next year. However, we have never seen these materials, and we don't really trust they will come with something nice out of it. Maybe we are wrong. Is it really something happening? Do you think it is 100% mycelium material?
It's a stimulating question that requires a layered answer. I make a premise. To play devil's advocate in this case, for the ones that actually play on the claims and do not have facts that counteract the claims. I say that it doesn't pay back in the long term, but one could also say, you know, actually it might anyway, because I am playing with the foolishness of people out there and with the short memory that seems to characterize society nowadays, where the information is so much that people do not even pay attention at these things. Personally, I am not like that.
People will forget by December that they will promise something like this, right?
And this is disgraceful, no doubt about it. But that was devil's advocate. To come to your question more specifically, as an insider of this field, and I say insider not only because we are one of the actors in this field, even if not so outspoken as the others. And until now, and now it's changing, we have been deliberately silent about everything that we developed, simply because our approach is driven by being concrete. We like to be pragmatic. We speak about things when we have them in our hands. When we report information or data is because it's a fact. When it comes to the fantastic wave of announcements that took place in the past months, already end of 2020, and even more in the past few weeks, it's really good and engaging and exciting to see this. And when I say I'm an insider, it's also because we are also friends in some cases with some of the founders of other companies. And so there is this type of, I don't want to call it full transparency, because of course everybody has his own assets to defend and everybody has his own confidentialities and reserved information. So we do not share everything, unfortunately, but there is an alignment. And I can tell you as a matter of fact that, of course, I don't want to homogenize all the players. They are different. Some are more honest, some are perhaps a bit less. You have to read attentively in the statements that who is intelligent makes. If you read attentively through the lines, you can figure out a lot of things when one wants to be honest or at least not to lie. So that things happen to have a very specific type of formal definition. It becomes almost like in legalism, you know, legal language, where really you have to weight every single word in communication. Or you're particularly keen on again, the semiotics of the meaning of each single notion that you're throwing out there, which is of course very important. Some players do not speak about materials which are 100% natural, that are 100% responsible. They invent new brand names, as we also do, in order just to avoid confusion with leather, which is very important because it's not leather. And at the same time, they start defining their material, associating it with mycelium, but adding notions to it in order to actually highlight that there are more technologies added to it. Because mycelium alone might not be sufficient for certain requirements, let it be technical requirements, for instance, that you have when you are manufacturing a garment ready to wear, rather than accessory, rather than a shoe, rather than, or a piece of furniture. In that case, you actually add other technologies. Can be traditional textiles, it can be coatings, the most responsible to the best extent possible, and so on, in order to actually make that incremental step towards changing a market that yet will require many more years of innovation journey to really achieve the ultimate goal that you are targeting.
So you mean there is a mycelium on it, but not only?
Yeah.